Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? Well, as I always say when I'm talking about Gervonta Tank Davis news, I got some good news for boxing fans and maybe a little bit of bad news for fans that just don't want to see a fight between Gervonta and Devin Haney. As you guys have seen all across the internet, you have some fans that are sending direct messages to Gervonta Tank Davis begging him not to move up to 140 and fight Devin Haney. Sending messages like, "Champ, he's too big. He's on steroids. Don't do it, Gervonta." Well, while they're saying that, Gervonta's trainer, Calvin Ford, he just came out and revealed that they're not ruling out fighting at 140 to fight Devin Haney in particular. Calvin Ford was doing an interview. He even shocked the guy he was doing the interview with, because the guy that was doing the interview, he was expecting Calvin Ford to say he's not fighting Devin Haney unless it's at 135. Well, that's not what Calvin said at all. Calvin said, depending on how training camp goes, we're going to see how Gervonta rehydrates, and that's when we will make a decision. It's really interesting because in this interview, Calvin Ford, he was asked, what is your thoughts on Matias calling you guys out? He was asked if that fight could happen, and Calvin Ford said, yeah, at 135. This is when the guy that was interviewing Calvin Ford said, oh, so that means even Devin Haney, right? That means all the smoke has to be at 135. And this is what Calvin Ford said in response.
Matias thing, you know, he did call Tank out. Do you think that's a good fight down the line?
If we're doing it at 135.
Okay. And that goes for the same for Haney as well, or for anybody. It's at 135. The smoke is at 135.
Me personally, that's what I'm saying. But we haven't been in the ring since what you call it. So if I have seen him, evaluate him, look at everything, and see where he's at, then you can make them decisions. You get what I'm saying? You know, Tank looked fit. I go back and look at our last fight. I go back and look at where he hydrated it back up at. You look at all these things, you know what I'm saying? To make it make sense, you know?
So there you guys have it. Calvin Ford could have easily said, yeah, everyone has to be at 135. But when he was asked about Devin Haney, he said it really just depends. So that means they're willing to move up to 140 depending on how Gervonta Tank Davis' body reacts. Now, for those of you guys who don't remember, Gervonta Tank Davis, he actually called out Manny Pacquiao after Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman. And just so you guys know, it's very rare for Gervonta to ever call out a fighter. The only two fighters he's ever called out, I believe, is Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao. And without a doubt, Gervonta, he already knew that if he ever fought Manny Pacquiao, it would most likely either be at 140 or even higher. Matter of fact, Manny Pacquiao just recently responded to Gervonta calling him out back then, and Manny Pacquiao said, yeah, we could fight, but it would have to be at a catch weight of like 145, I believe. Now, Gervonta, he also fought Mario Barrios at 140. So for the fans begging Gervonta Tank Davis to not move up to 140, I believe that's been the plan all along for Gervonta to eventually move to 140. We just never knew exactly when he was going to do it. But as Calvin Ford just said, it depends on how his body once again reacts. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes,
fever blisters, diabetic ulcers,
and this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com.
Like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.